Hey, I'm Chalk, love protein. I'm going to give you a rundown of how cells work. Let's imagine cells as different kinds of factories. A prokaryotic cell is old school, like a simple workshop. A eukaryotic cell is a modern, complex, organized factory. Both types have 3D printers ribosomes that print proteins for the cell's internal processes. Both factories are surrounded by a selectively permeable fence called the plasma membrane, which protects the factory and lets in only what it needs. If you see a picture like this in a textbook, that's also a plasma membrane, but it doesn't really show how it works. My scientific model is a different story, though. This membrane is like a liquid mosaic made of lipids with proteins randomly scattered in it. Now, let's take a look inside the modern factory. A eukaryotic cell has a nucleus, a specially organized room with the chief engineer, and shelves of blueprints, chromosomes, holding all information about what exists and how the factory works. In a developed eukaryotic factory, there are also other departments, each responsible for different functions. Together, they're called organelles, like for the organization and for this video. So, how does a prokaryotic cell work? In a prokaryotic cell, there's no separate office like a nucleus. There's less information, and it's stored in a circular DNA strand. Look at the poor engineer with the other workers. Mistakes in the notes can happen and affect new cell creation. Since our little workshop often operates in a rough environment, it needs extra protection from aggressors in the form of a cell wall. Almost all prokaryotes have one. Recap. A prokaryotic cell is basically an old-school bacterial cell with no nucleus, but it has an extra wall. A eukaryotic cell is a complex cell of all developed organisms with lots of parts. Looks like we're starting to see the picture. Bye for now.